they complement one another, mom and dad. And if you know them, you'll realize that there's a lot of, quite frankly, exact opposites that apparently magnets, and mom and dad, that magnets attract, opposites attract, and they're like that. And I've written down just a few, and I think you will agree with me that this is somewhat true. For one is the fable of the tortoise and the hare. Now, the tortoise is like mom. She's plugging along. She's going straight for the finish line. She will not waver. She's moving straight ahead. Not to be distracted. She's going to move forward at a slow pace. That's the hare. He is like all over the place. He's fixing things. He's calling contractors. He's making calls. He's running around. But they get there at the same time. I don't know how they do that. And speaking of the same time, how they are able to walk together where mom is 10 feet behind consistently. It boggles my mind because dad seemingly is always ahead of mom, but yet she's never following. She's always 10 feet behind. She's not. You'd think if he's going faster, he would get further and further ahead of her, but no. Yep. She's going at the same speed, just 10 feet behind. Apparently it works. And, for me, I know if I was doing that with my wife, she'd say, dude, you're walking with me. You're not, this wouldn't happen. So maybe that's a secret for 50 years of marital bliss. I don't know. I'm still searching, and maybe I'm trying to get some cues from them. Another one is kind of right brain, left brain. Mom is this left brain, artistic, let it flow, a right brain. And she's like, and I don't like this. This mic is not really great.
It's working. It's working good.
Not good enough.
Oh.
Not for this occasion.
Okay.
Is it a little clearer?
Yeah.
And she'll do art classes and just very random stuff, and everything's kind of everything has its place, but it's kind of chaotic and messy, and she's touched with hoarding a little bit. She does that a little bit, and Dad seems to be okay with it because when I was growing up, he was nicknamed Mr. Clean. Dad's coming home from school or from work, so we had to hurry up, put everything in the closet, close the doors, throwing everything on the bed, make your bed, clean it all up and make it nice and clean and orderly. And so it's seemingly opposites, and yet they're still married. Sometimes it's kind of odd. Other things like patience. Mom has the patience of Job. I mean, she'll be teaching a class, and there'll be a student who's not getting a certain color or palette or whatever, and I'm not understanding this, and she's just, okay, honey, and she'll just coax them through very nurturingly. And if Dad was the sub that day, dude, you're not getting it. Forget it. Move on. He has no patience. Just move on. This is not working. This is not your thing. You're not an artist. That's something. It's another. Seemingly opposite, but yet apparently it is still working. I'm still looking. For example, I don't know if you guys do geocaching, but geocaching is like this worldwide treasure map. You find treasures, buried treasures through GPS systems, latitude and longitude. Anyways, they're trying to find this geocache that's hidden in this area, this park, and Mom is committed. She's finding that darn thing, and they're looking around. 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by. She's looking, and Dad's like, "Forget it, scrap it. We're not going to find this thing ever. Move on." No, Roger, it's around here somewhere. She keeps plugging along, and sure enough, she finds that geocache. It's, again, opposite things, but yet they seem to be able to work it out, and they're married for 50 years. Another thing that there's differences, Dad is kind of stuck in the 50s, and Mom is... No, that's similarities. Okay, forget it. Sorry. Moving right along. Technology. Dad is... He designs websites. He's very integrally involved in website design, and he has a Facebook page. He has a YouTube page. He posts videos. He working all these computer gadgets and flight simulators and all that. I'm surprised if Mom can even open the phone, let alone turn it on and then make a call. For her to do that, she really struggles to even turn on a phone these days. And she's looking for the rotary dial. It's not there, and she's really struggling with this technological advancement. And so, again, seemingly opposites, but yet somehow here we are 50 years later from today. I'm trying to think of anything else that was kind of interesting to kind of bind, kind of close this thing up, but maybe not. I'm trying to go without my. Oh, yeah. Nah, maybe I shouldn't do that. I won't bore you with the details, but my point is that they're opposites, but the opposites attract. And there's one other thing that seems to, keep them together that maybe others don't have, what makes them unique. And it's the basis of this next song.